win Game 3 of the World Series after 18 innings. Yes, that's basically 2 games. Shout out to Freddie Freeman, hit the game-winning home run in the bottom of the 18th. Shout out to Paulie if he was watching. I know he's a big Dodgers fan. I mean, most people thought the Dodgers would win, right? Because of just how their roster is, how much they're paying, plus they got deferred money, and there's a lot to be said if you're a baseball fan about all that. But it was an incredible game. Sorry, looking for the pendulum, which is, I don't recommend. Don't do drugs, kids. If it'll work. The Tigers and the Mariners had a similar game a few weeks ago. I think it went to the 15th or the 16th, and that was crazy enough. But this one went to the 18th. Unfucking real. Unfucking real. They say that pitching has just gotten so much better, but it's just why there's so much reliance on the home run. I mean, it has. It's not. It's true. I'm pretty low on this. Here's what it is. All right. Shout out to anyone who watches this. I'm hitting too hard. Luckily, no one's here yet. Well, I guess somebody could be here. Sometimes it takes 30 seconds for it to update. But if you are, it is what it is. Shout out to anyone watching this live or on the playback. Not sure how long the stream is going to go. Going to aim to get it to go a little bit longer to see if that matters as far as the algo. I'm not sure what this algo wants. For a while, it was showing me two new people. I guess it still is. I did get some subs earlier when I did a morning question mark stream, but I'm still not sure how this algo works. So even though I've been on this fucking platform 5 years, hey, I am not trans. No Sultan, Julia, AC Bite. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. No, I'm not trans. The hell? Do I look trans? That's fucked up. You gotta get in shape. I gotta get in shape. Where am I from? I'm from Detroit, but I'm staying in Houston right now. So, America. Adele is an adventure. Or, what is it? Ade is an adventure? I think it's Ade is an adventure. From Miami. Shout out to Miami. I've been to Miami once. It seemed pretty cool. If you have a lot of money. I'm not sure how it is now. That was years ago. You need a lot of money for back then. So I can only imagine it's worse. The economy has gotten shittier since then. That was like in the 2010s when I went to Miami. And just visit. Shout out to Miami. Shout out to anyone watching this live on the playback. Do I carry a big stick? Carry a big stick and walk softly. Assuming that's a reference to something else. Pause. Cobart 72. Well, that's wild work. But I hope everyone's having a good night. Like I said, I just got done watching baseball of all things because the goddamn game went 18 fucking innings. I did not watch the whole game, just the last few innings. And crazy work. I mean, I'm somebody who thinks sports are rigged, even though I've talked about them before. It's interesting. A lot of stuff has happened since this gambling stuff has come up. A lot of people think, people are playing a little bit better and not. Because who knows? Listen, if athletes are making money off gambling, which it would not shock me if they are, who knows how much they're making? And you think, well, man, they're paying, so much $1 million a year, $50 million a year, but I mean, you can get another 60, 70 just off the gambling. You know what I'm saying? if you do it right. So, and we saw Ohtani a few years ago, speaking to the Dodgers. He had this gambling situation. They blamed it on the translator. It went away. Did I believe that situation as it's presented? No, I think he probably was gambling. So only God knows how much gambling is going on. And I keep reposting the video from the Netflix documentary about how when they had this might be, this is some old head shit, but when they had the referee that was gambling, how 50 other referees admitted to gambling. You on this channel, you go through my shorts, which is also my EP. Check out that too, my music. But no, if you go through my shorts, there's only a few back, and so it's something that's happened. So gambling is a huge part of sports. I know I'm just ranting. I'll check your comments in a second because I just sometimes I need shit to talk about. Yeah, 18 innings is fucking crazy. Truth hurts. I do make music at A's Adventure. I just released a EP of synth pop this past week. Who am I? I'm Vigilante Williamson, DG2. Ray Mysteriously, I like that. That's funny. How many Northerners do you think are able to before they do? 2 guys at once. Pause. What's going on, P-Dog? We do live in a corrupted world. You live in a very corrupt world. But I appreciate everybody being here. But yeah, I do make music. You can check on this channel. Trump 2028. I hope not. Though I don't buy the whole binary. There's just one party, man. I know owning the left is important for you to feel better about yourself. Don't disrespect. There's only one party, bro. Hey, Retro Richard, appreciate you being here. Yeah, I prefer no politics. I should have put that up there. I have been, but I'm like, you know what? I don't want to, because I don't want to constantly give politics that much even thought process. This may come as a surprise to some of y'all, but there was a time politics did not matter, bro. Don't let them confuse you. Like, they got so demonic and so divisive, and do not think it's a coincidence that entertainment has gone to shit. So now, like, how much more do people focus on politics just because ain't shit to watch on TV? Like I said, sports is probably corrupt. Video games, if you into indie games, you're getting cool games, right? And I need to get more into indie games. I wish, oh my God, I wish I could play video games more often. All I want to do is play video games and not work, but I work. And like I said, I make music, and I'm learning how to promote that, and that's a fucking nightmare in and of itself. But it's not shock or surprise or happenstance that entertainment's going through a fall off. There's so much focus on politics, because that's a way of dividing people most of the ways of dividing people are things they're born with and you can't change. You got gender, you got race, even religion to some extent. You're largely going to follow what you were born into. There's exceptions. That's probably the most changeable of those. But politics is something you can't, if depending on what your algo shows you, I can program you to be a leftist or a conservative. And now that I can do that, I can get you to focus on that lens through everything, through all entertainment, through all the entertainment and through politics itself. And now there's such a huge focus on it where there wasn't before in society. It wasn't the main thing you use, but it's another means to get people to be divided against somebody. And it's the one thing, again, religion you can argue, but outside of that, where it's not something you're born with. Yeah, people can be born into conservative families, or liberal families, but we've seen almost overwhelmingly it has the Streisand effect. Either way, so politics are a huge piece of division. It sucks. I got caught up into it myself, so I'm not, not trying to berate somebody like I'm some high and mighty motherfucker where I know all. But I would just say, hey, it's a uniparty. Both parties work in concert. It's one big club. We not in it. But that's my MK Ultra programming. Kool-Aid, you're not wrong. It is MK Ultra. They have MK Ultra programmed us even. Yeah. Because they wasn't doing all those MK Ultra tests to just keep messing with they little subjects. Eventually they had to turn it on us. So you're absolutely right. Kool-Aid knows ball. Kool-Aid knows ball. Not MF Doom, though. He was one of somebody farted in chat? I hope not. I did not poop. Don't like Andy Ganson? Oh, somebody's gassy. That's your business. I'm inflating to this video. That's wild word. I don't know what inflating is. I don't want to know. We, the people, Justin Squires. MF Doom. No, Sage, I'm not MF Doom. I'm a huge MF Doom fan. Shout out to Hamp Doom, who's a dude who has like an MF Doom cosplay. He streams. But no, I'm Vigilante Williamson, anonymous YouTuber and musician. I'm a big fan of Daft Punk and MF Doom, so I'm making a synth pop EP that's already out on YouTube. And I'm putting out a hip hop EP in a couple of months. No, we don't want Mustache Man back. Is that Richard's ghost account? Oh, shit. A Roman circus, keep us entertained, even through politics. Absolutely. Absolutely great, Elijah. What up, Turkey? Hey, Nick Battles. Appreciate you being here. Everyone knows right from wrong. You choose wrong. There's a law of vigilantes that make consequences. I see. People being stupid. No, I'm not EDP. See, that makes EBT Spider-Man. I do not have EBT. Both parties are WWE / AEW, WCW, ECW. You're not invited to the party because you don't do coke. I don't do coke. Yeah, it's more fake than WWF, right? More fake. No, see that EDP. I just went to the gym, so I gotta, I gotta get this weight down. Like, I don't look like EDP at all, but no, I gotta get this weight down. I gotta get my hair braided too, or cut or something. But no, I saw that shit was like, man, sometimes you're not invited to the party because you don't do cocaine. And shit, you don't want to be invited to those parties. I never want to be in a party with somebody do cocaine. When I was younger, I was around a few people who was doing pills, and they would like sniff up pills, and that was crazy enough. You know what I'm saying? I would never want to do that shit. Yeah, we excluded from the elite folk. Hey, Brielle Hooper, Obama and Trump go golfing together. I remember I had the pictures of, was it Trump and Clinton golfing together, and people got mad. On one of my other streams, when I was streaming from my computer, where I get to do a little bit more, in the visual department, they said AI, like, these pictures are old, damn near old as I am, brother. Like, I'm older than that because I'm old as shit, but like, I was 10 or less when these pictures were taken, big homie. But some people, that's really sad, man. Don't worship other humans. I don't care what happens. And not just in politics. You can have a favorite rapper, favorite singer, favorite band, favorite whatever the hell, streamer. That's fine. Ain't no shame in that. You like what you like. But never worship another human that breathe the same air as you, bleed and doo-doo just like you do. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. And people do it. And people get lost in themselves. People, a lot of times, they think, I saw something, man, that the American way views everything as a transaction or monetizes everything, including emotions and including self-esteem. That it just views everything as a transaction or everything is monetizable. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. But I mean, there's something to it. So we always, and then fame is his own thing. If we think somebody's more famous and rich than us, we think they're better than us for some reason. I don't know why we view things that way, but we do, at least in mass, and it's sick, bro. Won't do drugs, good, don't, Sage. Putting these people on the pedestal, yep, and then they come out with allegations. Just like, remember that David kid who apparently is not going to go to jail. Had a 14-year-old in his trunk. It is not, dead as hell, and is not going to jail. And then I didn't realize, I knew some of those songs he made. Crazy. Don't let that girl come over your house and eat up all your groceries. That's going to be crazy this week, this EBT shit. She may have been pregnant, Sage. Some people think she was pregnant. Yes. After a while, I stopped following details. That might be the case. But and that might have been why he murked her. But right now, he's quote unquote not a suspect. Man, if you believe in law enforcement, what a joke. Fed alert. ATF is on YouTube right now. I'm sure they are. Man, but everything we say and do is getting monitored, bro. Everything you say or do, if you got a Samsung or an Apple phone, which most people got at least one or the other, everything you say is getting monitored. Whew. Hey, Fizz. Yeah, he was around. He was boning her for like 3 or 4 years. She was like 11 or 12. So, hey, MB Study. Fan of the stream, have a question you don't mind by growing the channel. I might be the worst person to ask because I'm still trying to learn how. I've been on this platform 5 years. I know people who have gone to like tens of thousands. I do not know how to grow a channel. I put a little ad money behind the channel. That seemed to be helpful. I would say ad money is probably the most helpful thing because these platforms do not really want you to grow. But then there's people who can do it. There's people who can do it. It look like Mysterio. Well, I appreciate Mysterio comparisons better than EDP. And thank you, RTG Stats. Internet apps like Insta got me more updated than news outlets. Same. Do a backflip. I'm not in shape to do it. Do become more popular. If he does, God bless him. A million ways to the top of the mountains, only one view. Comparison is the thief of joy. Good point, Corey Howard. Met at Fortnite. She was like 10 or 11. That's crazy. Man, if you got, I don't play Fortnite. I don't play I've never played Roblox or even Minecraft. If you got somebody young, man, make sure, 10 or 11. Predator. I know he's younger, so he was probably under 18, but he wasn't. When I was under 18, 10 or 11-year-olds? What the fuck? Some people need to be put down, man. Every time to speak now. Fair enough. Happy Tuesday. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight. Did you just see the baseball game, Daniel Berry Sports Highlight? The guy that did it was... Oh, shit. That's wild. More MF Doom than EDP. Thank you. No, I'm not the Hamburglar. He said Mysterio. I thought you meant the Spider-Man villain. I think he meant Rey Mysterio. It's 2 a.m. You got school tomorrow. You better go to sleep. Yeah, even when I was younger, I was attracted to an adult woman. I remember my stepdad had this one coworker. She was Asian. She was bad. I was like 7 or 8. I thought she was beautiful. What was her name? Like Linda or Lydia or some shit. She was fucking beautiful, bro. And I was super young. Super young. I don't know who that is, Sarah Serrata TV, the guy that Diddy was hiring. The lonely edge stereotype, you got to keep an eye out. So I was just lonely back in the day. They didn't have all these weird lonely edge. Jesus loves you or whatever. That's a wild word. Jesus does love you. But thank you for being here. Parents should not shoot up. I don't know what's going on. Parents should not shoot up. People shouldn't shoot up if you're talking about drugs. Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. Appreciate everybody showing up. That's what makes these streams fun. When I stream from my phone, they show me the more people. Most people are just doom scrolling and hoping somebody interacts. Have a good rest of the night. You do the same thing, RTG Stacks. And so they just start saying wild shit. Anything can happen. So this is fun. So thank you for doom scrolling my way. Like, share, subscribe. Maybe you'll be able to doom scroll this way again another day, right? So thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. Rice Money Haney. What mask is that? It's a Vigilante Williamson mask. It's custom. I had a friend make a logo for my channel and for my music, and then I turned it into a mask. And I contacted the company to turn it into a mask. And even then, I couldn't see out of this for like 2 or 3 years, so I rarely wore it until earlier this year. I had the idea to just buy new mesh and have Taylor put it in. So it's a custom thing. It looks similar to Bane and Racer X, but it is custom. I remember last time I saw my baby cousin playing Roblox. Hopefully they're not using that no more. Oh, thank you, Sage, and thank you, Tristan. Some people will say I look like Bane, or I've heard a bunch of stuff. But like I said, it is a custom mask. It's like the logo on the channel. What up, sweet cheese? Shout out to Ronald Swanson. Appreciate you being here. The funny shit people say gets me, man. You're welcome. Yeah. So thank you. I appreciate it. Any support, man. Oh, I got sent 100. I don't know what 100 means, but I'll take it. The Roz Rodriguez 77 sent 100. I'll take it. Why you hiding, homie? I'm hiding from the feds. No, I'm an anonymous YouTuber and musician. I was a huge fan. This has now become a rant, or it's almost an AI. As soon as somebody asks, why you wear a mask, I gotta say a thing. I'm a huge fan of Daft Punk and MF Doom, which is why I'm releasing projects in similar veins of theirs musically. There's already a synthwave or synthesizer based EP on this platform right now, so please check out my EP. Plus, We live in a day and age you can lose your job for what you say on the internet, so it works out. I've been doing this for 5 years. Um, I've talked about a trillion subjects on this platform. I'm still stubborn enough to want to grow after 5 years. What DAW I use? I'm using Reaper. I'm using Reaper, and then I have some synths. I can swim Daniel Evans despite stereotypes. I can swim. So I know the stereotype. Black people can't swim. I know how to swim. The human fly, where your wings at? No, not the human fly. Said with what you doing? Yeah, I am UG status. I'm an old heart. I'm an old head. I'm an old head who had an old heart and old soul. So now I'm older than I already am. You know, I've been on YouTube since the pandemic. YouTube, it's been okay to me, I guess. Some people have been able to monetize their platform. Some people haven't. There's people who got more videos than me and less subs, so I'm not gonna complain. It's your day off. Hey, well, it's Ferris Bueller. So, remember Ferris Bueller had the internet? Do people remember that in the movie? He had like a version of the internet way back then. Because remember he changed shit in his school computer. So that's, just shows you how long shit really been around. Because Ferris Bueller had the internet in the 80s. So yeah. So that's why I wear the mask. I'm an anonymous artist. I started just really kind of an homage to MF Doom and Daft Punk, who were both a thing. Daft Punk hadn't broken up. MF Doom hadn't passed on, which RIP, his death anniversary is coming up. Halloween of all times. And so I was a huge fan. I still am of both. I was like, I'm going to be anonymous. And then, part of it was even thinking about a job then, right? I don't want, because I used to rap under my real name or my middle name, really. But I used to rap under that. And I'm like, well, I don't want to mess up a job. So I deleted all my old music off the internet. And, it didn't do that well. This was 10, 15 years ago. It wasn't doing that well. So I deleted all my music off the internet and just working regular jobs. I got a decent enough job to want to protect. So I keep this mask on because I don't want to lose my job. What's my message to the world? Love each other and be kind. Love each other and be kind. And pray. Pray more. That'd be my message. I know that's a bunch of messages, Miguel. But if you just said, message to the world right now, that's what I would say. That's what I would say. So, because what else can you do? What else can you do? Try not to fall for don't fall for a lot of deception that is out there in the world. Dude got federal felony warrants. I could. You never know, but I don't, Shaggy. I don't even got, I've never been to jail. I don't even got a record for jaywalking, man. I've got like speeding tickets and shit, but that's about it. That's about it. Felony for, I could. People have gone on the internet with warrants. I wouldn't, though. If I had a warrant, I would just stop doing this. Because I would assume, like, I know, okay, the average person doesn't know who I am. Or doesn't know, the person who even knows about Vigilante Williamson, they don't know who I am, right? But I am assuming that all the corporations, because I have to fill out all this fucking paperwork, know exactly who I am. It doesn't mean Google knows who I am. Meta knows who I am, right? All these other companies you sign up for, they know who I am. They know my IP address. They know where it physically is. Even though I'm using a VPN, they can still tell. So, and I would assume the government does as well. So it's just whatever file the government has on me, the person, Vigilante is attached to it. There's no way around that. But it helps for the average person. Oh man, somebody got deleted. We have what happened? Why did you get deleted? Oh boy, I see why. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate that, bro. Wow, people talking about teeth gaps. That's crazy. Yeah, it's a racist dude. That's wild. Like, what happened? That's crazy work. But yeah, now I gotta get my teeth fixed. Crazy work. It is what it is. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate you being an observer because I didn't even see it. But yeah, I got to keep a job, man. I'm not about to, let the internet. The teeth gap is racist. No, he was talking about the person who got. He was talking about the person who just got yeeted. IP address is different than your location. What are you talking about, VPN? I'm just saying, whatever the hell, I have a VPN. Even though that's hiding my IP address, that's not hiding all my information from anything. And nor is just a normal VPN hiding anyone's information from anybody like the feds or even probably a local law enforcement. So that's what I was trying to say. I'm not sure if I didn't word it right or whatever, man. But yeah, I just, people ask about the mask. That's why. Just to stay anonymous from the average person so I can keep my job going. Plus, I like the gimmick of it because I like MF Doom. And I like the statement of, it shouldn't really matter what you look like or whatever, or what your image is and all that shit. It should just matter if if people like your music. And that's the thing. That's the thing over here. Just timing out people. Oh shit! Yeah, please spam the like guy. That's my point, brother. That's my point. The Aquarius, whatever you're saying. Yeah, can you smell what the Rockets cooking? Cole Lars? Question mark. But yeah, that's just that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, they got everything. They got all the information they want on. Not just them. What's cracking besides? Jeez, this is getting weirder. Seattle superhero? No, I'm not based out of Seattle. I'm in Houston. Shout out to Cole Lars. Can I smell it? Ugh. Shout out to Octavios, Rey Mysterious. Appreciate everybody joining my stream. I'm Vigilante Williamson. I'm an anonymous YouTuber and musician. I talk about whatever. I make synth pop music and I make hip hop music. And I appreciate anybody who's joining my stream. Please leave a like, please share, please sub, please do all that good stuff. So we can try to grow this channel. I've been on this damn thing for 5 years. Off and on, I guess, because it was a period where I tried a different channel. But we finally went over the 1,000 mark, trying to get to 2,000. So we try to keep going. Got any beats we can hear? You know what? I do have my iPad. I got some beats in here. These are just drum. These would be just drumless beats. Because what I do is I usually come up with loops on my iPad with Koala, and then I'll take it to my bedroom studio if I want to add drums or whatever thing else. How the Muse found Magic Wreck. So let me see. And unfortunately, I'm just playing for my just playing shit from my iPad. So it's not like it's the best sounding. So this is kind of like one of the laid back beats I had. The next project, this is probably going to be the outro to my project, and I'm going to wrap off of it. The next project is called Potency, so it's going to be a little bit more laid back. Some weed references, but it won't be a total weed album. Shout out Dixon. I'm laughing at you, Creed. What was it? Chris Zalea and Cole Lars. Can you make the ad libs? No, I think I'll be all right, man. But thank you for asking. Who we robbed? We didn't rob nobody. Nobody's been robbed. Nobody's being robbed. Nobody. That's wild work, bro. Wild work. I wonder what the average age of the chat is. Y'all probably young. I'm supposed to be Vigilante Williamson, DG2. I'm an anonymous YouTuber and musician. That's what I'm supposed to be. Shout out to my boy. You have an iPad, Chef GarageBand. You got a lot of free download packs and loops. Shout out to make, yeah. I end up I like sampling stuff. So I got like a bunch of sample based stuff, and then I got a bunch of synth stuff. If you want to hear my I have an EP on YouTube. It'll be on Spotify next month. It's called Borrowing Nostalgia That Doesn't Exist. There's a few visualizers for some of the songs, but you can stream the whole EP now. It's also on Bandcamp. What's some other stuff? What's this? This is more. I don't know if this is making the album, but this is just something to play. If you know Gabe, owners who does studio time, do not know Gabe. Shout out to Gabe. He can hoop. Shout out to Gabe, who can hoop. How did this go? It's been a while since I played some of these beats. Hello, the one true Whitney. So are all other Whitneys lying? Is that what I'm led to believe? Am I led? There's I feel Gabe Vincent. Yeah, I don't know who we're talking about as far as Gabe. And now apparently there's only one true Whitney. So who's Whitney Houston? She lying? The world will never know. The world will never know, man. Yeah, actually, these beats aren't bad to talk over. Gabe Vincent's cheeks. Talk about Gabe Owners. He's cold. Never heard of Gabe Owners. What is this? This needs drums. This doesn't have drums. So yeah. So I don't know. A lot of stuff is unfinished, and I don't really have to. It'd be a lot easier if I was streaming from my computer, but unfortunately, when I stream from my computer, YouTube shows me the less people. I don't get all you cool noobs asking me if I'm Rey Mysterious. So it's better off doing these phone streams to see if I can bring new people into the quote unquote fold of this channel in this wacky world that is Vigilante Williamson. So thank you for joining. We'll probably get to an hour. We're at about a half hour now. So thank you for joining. I hadn't really been talking about nothing. Most of the questions are about me. Like, who the fuck are you? I get it. You be doom scrolling, some motherfucker with a map. You see some wild shit doom scrolling on YouTube, bro. It reminds me of, if you're old enough, public access TV. That's something we had back in the 90s. There'll be local access TV, and so from like 11 o'clock to like 5 o'clock, people would buy time on these TV markets, and they would put on whatever they want to. So that's what this kind of is like. Oh, somebody got timed out. Yeah, we did get 2 whole games of baseball, Alex Smith, right before we started streaming. Shout out to Freddie Freeman for finally ending in the 18th, the third game of the World Series. That was crazy. Crazy. You a big baseball fan, Alex? It was in LA too, yep. Yeah, it was a thing. I guess it did go into the 2000s. But after the internet got to a certain point, people stopped doing it because now you can do it like this. The pen is bad. You're not wrong. I wonder if you're a little bit behind. I do both. I do both, the pen and the flower. Because we were talking about the game, and I was hitting the pen. I hit the pen in a minute. Now I'm about to hit the pen. You encourage me to do bad things, or the umpires have gotten worse. Yeah, as pitching gotten better, the umpires gotten worse. Weed is for losers, bro. You know what? I'm not about to encourage y'all to do drugs, so I would say I'm not. I don't know if weed is for losers. I didn't say I went both ways. You gotta time yourself out. And I can't believe I'm saying this to a guy named Bell Sprout Fleshlight, but I would say don't do drugs. I wouldn't encourage weed use. I'm not trying to encourage it. I still like it, but it's also annoying too. And it costs way more money than it's worth. I am not trans. That's crazy. Or a girl, that's crazy. I am. No, you're behind, Alex Smith. How do I type? Oh my God, Alex Smith. How can I chat? Oh my, how do I chat? I can't chat? Can somebody say, Alex Smith, you're behind in your stream for me? Because I need to keep every sub. He's actually engaging with what I said. And can somebody tell he's behind in the stream? I would appreciate it. I don't think I can. No, this is not the superhero from Tosh.0. No, I'm not. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what that's not what I said. I'm timing y'all, bro. This is crazy. I'm not gonna time you out that long, but at least a minute. Jesus, brother. I gotta keep every fan I can get, right? I've seen the episode, you sound like him. No. I'm an anonymous YouTuber. Retro Rich, you probably like, this is why I told you about these fucking vertical streams. You're right. I'm an anonymous YouTuber and musician. And yeah, you were behind and you were reacting to me. So I'm like, well, most people don't react. When I was talking about the game, nobody says shit. And you're actually talking about the game. My name is Vigilante Williamson. The real life superhero stuff, which I vaguely remember, I'm not related to. Hey, Morra, I appreciate you being here. And then the dude was like, he don't want you here. I'm like, what the fuck? Because listen, I only got a little bit over 1,000 subs. I need every single sub I can get. Every single one. And My Hero Academia, no. Live your life, you only got one, that's true. Buy yourself a flower vaporizer. You're not wrong, I should. I have one, but I need to buy another piece for it. But I actually probably should get a portable one because that would just be easier. And that would probably be the best for my lungs too, probably a flower vaporizer, even better than smoking it. Cool, Matt. Thank you. Luis Acosta. I appreciate you being here. But yeah, I was happy somebody was interacting in the game. I was asking you, are you a baseball fan? Anytime I talk, I like sports, even though I know they're rigged and corrupt. Anytime I talk about sports, everybody just blanks out. It just shows you how much sports have fallen off as a brand, right? Because nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares about sports. It used to be everybody knew about what happened on ESPN and what happened about football, baseball, basketball. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. No one gives a fuck anymore. But yeah, the game was great. Smoking too long, absolute nerd, comes to weed. See, yeah, it was 2 games. It was 18 fucking innings. We had the game a few weeks ago with Detroit because I'm a Detroit fan, we lost to Seattle. Didn't like the MF Goon comment. I didn't see MF. People care more about batting than the sports. Yeah. I didn't say nothing about MF Goon. All I said something about MF Doom, because I'm a fan of MF Doom. Shout out to Hamp Doom, other anonymous streamer who you might doom scroll and find. Shout out Pseudo3, Bulgaria. Shout out to Bulgaria. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend weed. Somebody said weed is for losers. I'm a weed head. I do like it. I wouldn't recommend it. Name 20 songs. It's harder to name songs than albums and tracks. But was it accordion, one beer, rap snitch canisius? I don't know if I'm gonna get to all 20. Beef rap, hoe cakes. There's some other shit. Rhinestone Cowboy, all caps. Fancy Clown. So if I could just all name Mad Villain, it was like 30 songs. Was it 25 songs on that? Yeah, I'm only naming from Fu and Mad Villainy. There's other albums. There's like the Special Herb series. Was it Penny Royalty? But I think that's the beat for hoe cakes. But the fact that I know that means I have to be a fan. Like, is it Penny Royalty? What's the beat for hoe cakes on the Special Herbs? A lot of those beats, he used the instrumental version for the Special Herb series, and then he used the rap version for the albums. And I think hoe cakes is a Penny Royalty or Chamomile tea, something like that. It's only 20. I'm not stopping no crime. I'm just an anonymous YouTuber and musician. Can use the Christmas album. People in the streets need you, dog, while you're on YouTube. Fight crime in Detroit, one Cody shop at a time. Those Coney Islands get wild in the city. Shout out to my hometown. I love Detroit. Even without that, man. Yeah, I am overweight. That's why I'm trying to lose weight. And y'all helping me out because motherfuckers come on with this EDP. Like, god damn, I gotta get this weight down. No, but actually, I don't stay in Detroit currently. You from Albion? Okay. My secret identity is skinny. It's a fat suit. So you'll never catch me now. Ha ha. Nah. No, I'm gonna get eventually my secret identity gonna be back in shape. I let the pandemic get me out of shape. I mean, I was starting to gain weight, but I gained like 100 pounds in the pandemic, and I gotta take 100 plus off. Fighting crime will burn calories. That's a good point. Dominic DeCoco. Got to do 10 to 20 miles a day. That's what I realized. Last year, I was walking. I was trying to walk, like 5 miles a day because that's 10,000 steps. And that helped. But it really didn't get the pounds off like I wanted to. I just got some cheap, random vape that the guy who gives me flour, he just tossed that in. Only 20,000. Yeah, you need more than 10,000 if you're this big. You need like 20,000. That's what I realized. Eat lots of meat. Pause. Yo, I just saw something crazy about the meat that they say that some of the meat got human meat in it. And that fucked me up. I don't know if it's true. And it's the internet, right? But y'all do some research. I do know they're trying to add bug meat to shit. They've been doing that for a while. Cricket. But yeah, you're right. Weight loss is in the kitchen, not working out. I gotta lower the calories. And I got another thing I have an issue with, and this is my biggest issue. If I could do this, I'll be straight. I drink a lot of I say pop, 'cause I'm from Detroit. Soda, sugar water, it's poison. I gotta stop drinking it. McDonald's, yeah. I haven't had McDonald's in forever. Thank the Most High. But McDonald's meat, yeah, allegedly got some human meat. Hey, Brandon Holland, appreciate you being here. See some big cops. That's true. Well, cops don't fight crime. Cops fight donuts. The tabletop vape. What the fuck is it called? It's not a volcano. Is it like air? Something Q. I'd have to go look at it. It's in my room. You're right. Oh shit. What was that shit called? I can't think of it. Something Q. I think it's called. But I aim to lose weight. See anything for miles. 10,000 a day was made by lazy everybody's. Don't work enough to know shit about their body. Yeah, apparently, man, the most of human history, we didn't have transportation, and people used to walk like 20, 30,000 steps every day, all the time, and was absolutely normal. And nobody thought shit of it. Commanders getting their asses kicked. Cowboys going to be second in the division. No one believes you. Well, Cowboys get their asses kicked too. That defense is terrible. Cowboys have the worst defense in the league. Well, them or the Bengals. I couldn't tell you who's worse. And what do you think about the Texans? Somehow, I mean, I know 49ers got a lot of people hurt, but they lost to the Texans. Texans are still in here. New account because they shadow ban you. You're Alex the Nutrition Guy. Shout out to Alex the Nutrition Guy. That's crazy. You got shadow banned. I have been trying to eat more fruit very recently and replace my snacks with fruit and just drink more water. I got a lot of work to do, man. I ain't gonna lie, that pandemic got to me, man. That pandemic got to me and the isolation got to me. And then I was working a lot too, because I was working from home. That's a blessing I still do. So that was the thing. Yeah, removing carbs. Carbs are the devil. Sugar is the devil. Says CJ Stroud is too young, too soft for them to go far. That may be true. That may be true, C-Man. Texans have the number one defense. Offense made it to the top half this year. I would like to see the Texans play against a defense that's not filled with injuries, though. Because, I mean, they only beaten Tennessee, which I don't think they had injuries. They just suck. And then you had the injured Ravens, and then you have now the injured 49ers. And I think there may be something to that. Now, they looked a lot better. Called them RG4 being RG4. You're right. Diet is 90% of weight loss. You're 100%. Any other QB they win, every game you see Stroud in a pressure situation, he chokes. He looked okay in some of the playoff games. But there's a lot of times, man, he gets happy feet and he doesn't always know how to deal with a rush. Like, I get the offensive line is not great, but there's worse offensive line than the Texans. You don't believe me? Look at the fucking Vikings. That offensive line is terrible. So, like, he just gets happy feet. And when he feels any pressure, he just gets happy feet and just throws it to wherever, man. Hey, what's going on? I've lost weight before. It's keeping it off. I've done it before. I've done it twice in my life where I lost over 100 pounds. I could do it again. I just haven't. But I appreciate all the support. You guys are sweet, being supportive of some strange motherfucker in the mask. Dude got to cut meat down to twice a week. I'm not a big seafood dude. Greek yogurt. Okay, no. If I can cut the soda out, I'd be there. I got to have self-control over that. His football IQ needs work. He needs to go, and I think this is what kind of helped in this game, man. Take what you can get. Like, a lot of times he's trying to make the big plays, man. Check the ball down, and check the ball down quick. Don't wait, because if you wait too long to check the ball down, defense is going to be in position. So just make your read. If you can't make the deep throw immediately, check it down immediately. I'm sorry, I'm not going to show my face, bro or sis, because that defeats the purpose. But you're not wrong by a lot of his football IQ. And like he wants the big play, and I get it. There's a lot of quarterbacks like that. But even a guy like Josh Allen had to learn, because he was throwing a lot of picks, and he had to learn. Cut soda out and lean you out a tiny bit. Let's change diet. Want to see what you want. Fair enough. It's the hood hero, says the actual Kurt. We had the actual Whitney, or the one and only Whitney, and now we got the actual Kurt. So Kurt Angle's not really Kurt. You're the real Kurt. Damn, I didn't know that. I'm learning more each day. Learning more each day. But I'm not a hero. I'm merely an anonymous YouTuber and musician who just released the EP or this platform. So please sub if you want to hear it. And it'll be on Spotify in a month. Hell no, I'm not no ped. Trust me, do it for a carnivore diet. I need to look up. I've done some research on the carnivore diet. I need to look it up. You know what, man? The Cleveland Shador thing is crazy to me. I don't know why if you don't want the player, why'd you draft him? Cut him. Trade him. See, that's the thing that's crazy to me. It's like they're treating him with undue disrespect, but then they won't let him go. Apparently, even though they drafted him in the 5th round, they wanted a 2nd rounder to trade for him. So then play him. If you think he's good, then play him and put him in position to win. But they don't. So I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. It's absolutely ridiculous. Do research. Have done it for a year personally. Yeah, your PhD in science, not making it up. No, I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you are. I see a lot on the carnivore diet. Ketones are a superior energy source. Fair enough. Cause to lose your hair if you overdo it with meats high in vitamin A. I didn't know that. You're more ATP poor. Oof, I don't know what that word is. From ketones and carbohydrates. I see. And I got one thing I did have some success with was intermittent fasting. So I got a few things I need to do. I haven't really been, honestly, releasing this fucking EP has put so much stress because I released music, like on Dat Piff and shit like that way back in the day. But this shit's actually going on Spotify, and I fucking came up with a business. I literally started LLC, so that's gonna fuck with me taxes. I'm a ASCAP writer and publisher now. I'm doing this shit as officially to release this fucking music, and nothing may come of it. I may release this shit and nobody hears it. And part of me doing it is because I realize I'm gonna love doing music the rest of my life. No matter what, I'm gonna release music the rest of my life. Even when I'm 70 years old, I'm doing music. So that's why I try to tell myself. But there is this fucking pressure and this stress. Like, man, I'm putting all this shit into music. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody around me gives a fuck. I'm sitting talking to y'all. I ain't never met y'all. I hope that some of y'all give a fuck. And the shit may be trash anyway. Because I'm not a synth pop. I had never done synth pop before in my life. But I remember the 80s, even though I was born in late 80s, but you remember the 80s being in the 90s and people playing 80s music and shit. So I love 80s music. So me trying to emulate it, but I don't think I did a great job at emulating. I thought, some of the songs is cool. But I'm like, man, did I even do a good job at this shit? Is anybody gonna hear this shit? And so I've been, the past few weeks, putting that shit out, I've been eating way worse than I usually eat. I'm not gonna lie. That's not an excuse, Cause I have to get better at not letting stress get me eating. And there have been times in my life where I was so on point. I was like, man, I ain't letting nothing fuck me up. I just gotta get back to those times. But I was younger. I had more the more willpower when you're younger. Oh, that's cool, Fish. You working on 3D models? You're better not to overload the meat like he suggested. Let's see. Yes, fasting, fire Marco twins. No matter the diet, just gotta have a 6-hour eating window. You lose weight, be healthy. Okay, so you guys are. So that's another thing with the food thing. Some people debate it. Some people say vegan. Some people say I couldn't do vegan. I could do carnivore before I could do vegan. Some you wish you knew in your youth to never give up on yourself. That there's never a reason to give up on yourself. Some people, their youth was, I was so wild, I just lived crazy, and I wish I didn't live crazy. I didn't really live crazy. I mean, wasn't perfect, but I didn't really drink a ton. I only smoked weed, but I gave up on myself a lot. I wish I didn't do that ever. And to have how important confidence is. So that's what I would tell myself in the youth. It's important to be confident. It's important to give up. No, I didn't get a university degree. I got a high school degree from a middle of nowhere high school in Michigan. But I didn't get a college degree. 16 hours of fasting with just water. You go into autophagy, which is a state. Shout out to, I do know about autophagy because I know about what got me into fasting was Dr. Jason Fung. So I do know about autophagy. Which is a state your body makes new cells, at least junk ones, eat one meal, span of 4 hours. That's dope. And so, sorry, it took me a while to catch your thing, but yeah, to have confidence, stick 'em. Is it stick 'em? You gotta have confidence. Salt keeps water weight on and bloats. Okay, you guys are going. So yeah, see that's the thing. It gets that food. Donzie got a food debate, right? That's why it just shows you how tricky it is. Because you know what it is? Different human beings are going to respond to food in different ways. Some people respond to fruits and vegetables in one way. Some people don't. You know what I'm saying? As a whole idiocracy, I believe. It's like, come on, we got plans. See, we got a whole debate about what to eat or not. Oh man, somebody looked at one of the songs. Holy shit! Someone cares about what one of my songs meaning. That's what's your name? Laf Samayo? Thank you for asking. I never thought someone would ask me that. What's the meaning behind fusion and fission? It was trying to compare like a volatile relationship to a bunch of scientific stuff. And fusion is fusion's coming together, fission is divine, like the difference between a nuke, and that's why like by the what's called the visualizers is a nuclear bomb test. Sometimes relationships are like a fucking nuclear bomb. But if you listen to the protagonist, it's not me, but it is me, but it ain't, right? It's like this motherfucker's not ever giving up. Even at the end of the song, the person doesn't give up, even though this relationship is doomed. So really it's about being in a doomed relationship and not wanting to give up because you still have access to the person almost. Because you're able to get it. That's basically what it's about, long and short. But me using science to make it seem more complicated than what it is. I can't believe somebody asked a meaning of one of my songs. Oh man. So thank you for asking. Oh man, Retro Richard, stop the thing. So thank you, man. Thank you for listening to my music, bro. That means so much. That fucking means so much. You said Lupe Fiasco level concept. Thank you for that, man. Lupe is a lyrical genius. No, you guys are good, man. I appreciate the talk. You guys talking shop and talking more about this. This is why a lot of fitness influencers will get into it because of the different ideologies. To me, you have to there's certain things, despite what I look like now, I have actually succeeded. You have to find out an ideology that you're going to do that's repeatable. That's the first thing. If that individual going to repeat the process, and then it has to also be helpful, right? Because some people just respond to different things in different ways. Plus, if you're in America, the truth is they're fucking with everything. So even, they say, okay, don't go into the inside of a grocery store, go on the outside. The truth is they are putting chemicals, even organic fruit. They're putting chemicals in meat. They're putting something outside of the food inside of the food in most grocery stores. I don't care if you're in Whole Foods. I don't care if you're in Kroger. I don't care if you're in Trader Joe's. That's the unfortunate thing. And that does have an impact on your diet. And it does have an impact on you, which is why some people can eat certain foods in one country and some people can't. Unfortunately, America is such an evil country in a lot of ways. They sold us out. And so there's our people that have issues with something they may not actually have an issue with, but because of the way it's processed in mass, here's a chemical, here's a pesticide. There's so many chemicals in our food, so many pesticides in our growing and whatnot that are not allowed in other countries. So that's a kind of a hidden hand impact that impacts this whole dietary thing that people don't really consider. EBT hosts calling wild, holy smokes. But divide and conquer in nutrition, yes. We all want to be healthy, but they did turn the freaking frogs gay. FDA jab said the jab was safe. Exactly, the shit did turn the frogs gay. Or what did it do? The water did affect the frogs like hormones and gender. I don't think it actually turned them quote unquote gay, but they do put shit in our water. They do put shit in our food. And then this Paul guy is talking about the EBT thing. That's gonna be nuts. I am interested to see how that plays out. I really wish the government wasn't shut down. Turned the frown trans, technically, yes, not gay. Though it was the atrazine in the water, blocked the testosterone from working properly. Thank you, both Fizz and C-Man, for the proper of what happened. Basically making them more feminine. So But I am interested in seeing if Which if I was, I have been poor in that situation before. If I was on EBT and I wasn't about to get EBT next month, there would be no way I would go to the internet with this. I would honestly start the stealing now, right? Not saying I'm not encouraging theft. I don't say you should steal shit. I think that would be stupid. You can go to jail, and you don't want to go to jail for stealing food in Big 1225. And as you can see, a fat motherfucker like me, I'm good, right? Even if I was on EBT, I think I can make it. But if you're like literally family starving type shit and you have no choice, start now because they're going to be more prepared for the first, right? And they're going to be more vigilant for, pun not intended, for the first. Not encouraging theft. I just don't want nobody to go hungry. And also look to local food banks, look to anything you can to try to supplement. I know some people may say, oh, whatever about the people on EBT. Fact is, a lot of people still use it. So, and, this government shutdown, I don't know what's going to happen with it. So, not the FBI serious. Hey, FBI, God bless Donald Trump. We don't really do the politics thing here. It's one party, man. Oh, you retracted your message. Frogs don't become feminine, they literally become female. Wow. Amphibian gender is not set like reptiles and mammals. I see. And why local churches and local schools may be donating food. So definitely check that out. Quit joking, drinking and smoking, so they don't need EBT. I guess. I guess. Not everybody. There's some people on EBT are like kids who are like foster children though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I used to be a cashier in rural Michigan. I saw a lot. Every time I saw that fucking peach/pink card come out back in the day, I saw a lot of misuse of EBT. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, shit. $40 billion goes to Israel every fucking year. You're talking about misused money. So, I mean, that's, it is what it is. It is what it is. If you can add critique, I'll take anything. Rip the vocals off the backing tracks. Get new backing tracks. Rip the vocals. So you don't like the beats, really? Okay. Somebody else said something about the beats. I'm like, oh shit, that was consider EP. Technically, I did get it cheaply mastered through a guy off of Fiverr. He did a better job than I would have done. I only got so much budget, and so we will see. So thank you, man. Thank you. I mean, I could always remix it, but I produced everything. I did all the beats to everything, all the quote unquote backing tracks, and you're not a big fan of them. I thought the vocals were sucking. I'm not a really good vocalist. I use autotune for a lot of it. Cannabis lowers tests. All food lowers tests. Clothes, air, plastic. Didn't know that. Not eat beeter juice. Guy. Oh yeah, that one juice guy on IG is thing. Yeah, but I don't want to use AI. That AI making my beats defeats the purpose of making music. It's like AI can write the whole script for you and shoot it and do it. It's like, well, then why am I even? I can do something else. I should just play video games. You know what I mean? I like making beats. I like the process of coming up with something. And so yeah, that's the whole point. Says my boy funny. Hopefully he's fun. Hopefully you guys are entertained. Can you say I actually came here for a cupcake? I guess I just did. Soup Mari. What did I just say? Like, hopefully I didn't, make fun of myself. But what up, Azawa? AI Zawa? I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. But yeah, I'm not listen, I'm not going to hate. If you want to use AI for your stuff, that's your business. I am trying to use AI to find different pages to send my music to. That's what what? Oh, Jesus, man. You're supposed to help me out, Retro Richard. Aizawa. See, man, I gotta get this. Y'all are gonna help me get this weight off. off with this EDP shit, man. How come EDP's the only fat dude you want? I mean, whatever happened to Rick Ross or even Dave Blunt? And I hate Dave Blunt. I don't hate him. You know, I'm just not a big fan of his music. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of trash. I did just let it fly. You got me, guy. I'm gonna just take it. I gotta take the L. Gotta take the L, Soup Murray. You got me. You got me. But shit, y'all don't get me motivated to get this weight down with all this EDP shit. But how come it's only, like EDP is the only fat black guy y'all know? All these fat ninjas going around, all y'all know is EDP. No Dave Blunts, no Rick Ross, no nothing. Just EDP. That's crazy. Crazy. There's got to be other chubby brothers that exist outside of EDP. And I'm not, am I EDP big? I got to see how big he is. I don't think I'm as big as EDP. I mean, I got some weight on me, but I don't think I got that much. But you know what? We have hit the hour mark. It has been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. It's been real wacky as well. Thank you for, this shit better, you ain't wrong. Sleep better, walk better. That's true. I am not nice at Smash Brothers. I'm decent at Tekken. But it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. I appreciate you being here, Big Gamer, but we're actually getting out of here. So if you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do that. Maybe. Give me a minute. Yeah, I do play Tekken. And I'll talk to all you guys later. Peace.